actually been a while since I've actually done a room tour of the entire YouTube studio, so I think it's just about time we do an updated one, since this is probably how it's gonna be for the next upcoming years in 2023 and beyond. So usually how the studio is we have our table in the middle of the room, and we have your chairs right here and the tripod right here. Stuff like that, but for this one, I just wanted to have an empty space so it's easier to just move around. Starting off in the corner here, we have all of these Acro Mills units. That's just what they're called, so if you go on Amazon and just look up Acro Mills, you'll find these things right here. They are very useful for sorting. As you can see, how I sort is just by columns. So let's say for this top row, it's just 1x plates, but then they're also sorted by colors vertically down like this. So that is pretty useful. So this column right here is 2x plates, tiles, modified plates, modified bricks, slope bricks, circle pieces, and bow pieces. And that's basically how it's sorted for almost every single color that I have mass quantities of. And then when you move down, you also have your bigger type of pieces. So for instance, I have a lot of black, dark gray, light gray, and white pieces. So they're fit in these more larger bins right here. So as you can see, we have black and, stuff like that. And they're sorted the same way as the top row. But the reason I got another one of these is because this whole top unit has 8 rows going up. But this bottom one right here only has 6. So I had to get a whole another one just so I could add 2 more rows to make it perfectly even, which is kind of crazy. But also what I threw in was sorted translucent parts, stuff like food and other stuff like that. And you have like just colors that I don't have a lot of, just put into these smaller bins right here, which is really cool. We also have, just some of the other silver and gold colors like that. In the corner here, this in here is stored just all my Hulks in there. And then we just have some other bins, all of my Ninjago minifigures. And then moving down to this little shelf right here, if you even want to call it that, we have all of the Hulk show vehicles right here. Really, really cool. And then you do have all of your Hulk show buildings right here. And then over here, you got a little Baby Yoda poster. You have all of your keychains and whatnot. And, but yeah. And then moving over here, we just have these little tiny drawers, or not drawers, just containers. This is where I keep all my LEGO Star Wars accessories sorted. And, you have all of your Technic pins in here. Just stuff like that to keep all of the parts sorted, just in case I ever need to use them. But in here, as you can see, this is just a lot of other pieces too. So whatever doesn't really belong in the categories of here on this wall, they just get thrown into a miscellaneous bin, and for sense. And for instance, we have dark red pieces. This angled plate, it doesn't really belong with, any of the categories here. So they just get thrown in this miscellaneous bin. And all of the pieces that don't fit in here get thrown into an overdose bag like this. And, they just get thrown into here so it has extra space. And yeah, that just goes down. We have yellow, green, blues, tan, brown. You have red with some overdose slope bricks once again. And in here, just all of your white miscellaneous pieces. It's a lot. And then in here, we just have, I have way too many clear pieces, so they're thrown in a separate bag. But this is all like the big, type of black pieces, like large windows. And then for these 3 ones right here, these are parts that I have a ton of, so they need to get thrown into these huge bins right here. And for these huge bins, there's also sorted other parts, like all of your Technic parts, your big plates right here, and just have some really huge parts and huge part quantities, so they need to be put into these types of bins. So yeah, that is how it is all sorted that way. In here, in these minifig bins, you just have them like sorted from overdose pieces that I don't really want to waste bags for. And then in here, we just have some of the Hulk show stuff. You have your minifigure stand right here for reviews, and like a nice stand for the Hulk show, dividers, other crap like that just gets thrown into a pencil box. And then for here, this is where all my advent calendar tiny builds are thrown in. As you can see, base plates for the Hulk show. These are parts in here that are just like, that need to get sorted so I just throw them in here. And here are brick separators. You have your Hulk Show minifigures in this one. All of your Lego Star Wars minifigures are in here. And then just the remains of Jabba's palace and the Mos Eisley Cantina. And then for the actual, the main part that you guys see a lot is the boxes on the wall here. You just have many boxes, and without these, it's just a plain white wall. So I really like how it kind of, gives the studio a nice look instead of just a nice plain wall. It doesn't really look good to me. You just have boxes upon boxes. It looks really cool. But then starting on the shelving, you have just some cool sets. I like these two sets together. They look really nice. Same with the ATSTs. You have a nice YouTube logo there. And just some of the cooler sets right here, like your Razor Crest and your ATT right there. I chose to just put all the minifigures up here because I think they look really cool on display. One of my favorite shelves right here is just the more cleaner ones, which it doesn't really have anything. It's just a really nice clean shelf, I think. And then here, as you can see, I kind of display some of my sets at this angle like that. And just some cool cars. You may see some cars in here. I kind of like collecting the cooler ones, but I don't really collect Speed Champions much. And, you just have some of your cooler sets down here. This is an off-brand Fenway Park. It was torture to build, but it looks really cool on display, so. And, you just have another Speed Champions, Bat Tumbler, Simpsons House, one of my most prized possessions. Goes for a ton these days. And then these bottom shelves really need to get filled out a lot more, because as you can see, it's just an A-wing, and whatever that ship is called down there, a Y-wing. I'm not really, I need to find something to do with these shelves. We have my Lego guns. Pretty cool. And then, on this bottom shelf here, you just have some off-brand SpongeBob sets, which I took a look at on the channel. The Rusty Crab, or the Krusty Bar, sorry. And yeah, you just have some Hulk things that'll be presented in the Hulk show probably in the near future. I still need to get rid of this Christmas decoration because it's not Christmas anymore. And you just have some memes up here. Very, very stupid. You have a nice Baby Yoda poster. Another one on the wall right here to my right. And then over here we just have a little shelf with all of your Star Wars stuffed animals, Baby Yoda merchandise, stuff like that. But yeah, this tree is it needs to go, because it's not Christmas anymore. But, yeah, and then over here, if you just turn this on, then your LED lights turn on. And I just put them on the bottom shelf because I think it looks really cool. But yeah, there it is. You can just very simply turn it off with the switch. And you do have a nice little night light here, which I don't use at all. But yeah, that is pretty much it for the entire studio. It's not a big one, I know, but it certainly does get the job done in terms of, sorting and stuff like that. So that's pretty much it for the entire thing. So I think it's not that big of an improvement to go from one shelf in that tiny corner that wasn't even half the size of this to go with 3 major shelves plus another one right there. And then you have your massive sorting area. And to be fair, too, all of my Legos are sorted now. Because at the beginning of, our channel, we were just starting to sort our Lego parts. They're all sorted now. So what if it took me, 3 or 2 years? Doesn't matter. At least it's done now, and at least my studio looks freaking amazing. To me, at least. If you guys did enjoy this video, please leave a like on it. And if you guys do enjoy Lego Star Wars content, and you want to stay up with the latest Lego Star Wars news, like 2023 Lego Star Wars sets, please hit that subscribe button, and it'll also make Grogu's day too. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll talk to you guys later. Peace out.